wanted to bring a fresh concept to you on this channel that discipline actually starts at 8 p.m. at night. The reason for this, think of it, if you watch this channel or you've watched it for long enough, you're the type of person that is into body recomposition. You understand you need to get to 10% body fat. You understand the daily habits needed, the mindset needed to do all of these. And if you don't worry, we can always go through them. And there's many videos on that you can watch off the back of this. So realistically, does it take discipline to wake up early knowing what you need to do because you've set goals and what you've set a list that needs to be done? I actually don't think it takes that much discipline to wake up early and do the basics of hydrate, drink water, hydrate, get out and get some sunlight, drink some black coffee, and then get to whatever your work is, or if it's fitness you do first. I don't think that takes that much discipline. The reason being, you've woke up in the morning fresh. You've not wasted any of your brain points on random bullshit. You probably still fasted, so you're not carb crashing, and you've had to make minimal decisions, so you haven't got any decision fatigue. So to get up and do the hard things, obviously first thing in the day is the most appealing thing. It's very, very easy to go and do these things, I would say. And as long as, you're a person that likes progress, you're never really going to get up and do like some random bullshit. Like, more than likely, if you watch this channel, you're not the type of person that wakes up and scrolls your phone. You're not the type of person that wakes up and eats a fucking boatload of sugar. You're not the type of person that's going to wake up and like start fapping. You're just not that type of person if you're anything like me and you watch this channel. So I don't believe we're disciplined at 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, 5 in the morning, whatever time you get up and start to do your daily morning routine and your work task. The reason being, we actually want to do the thing because we want to make progress in our life. So I don't think we're disciplined at, 8 in the morning. I think realistically the discipline actually starts later on in the day when you've done the morning routine, the work block, the gym, the cardio. That now what's happened? Well, you've burnt through a lot of your mental bandwidth for the day. You're starting to get tired mentally and physically. You've made a lot of decisions. So like, realistically, if you were to make some big lofty decisions, I would always tell you don't make them at 8 o'clock at night, make them at 8 o'clock in the morning, because you're going to make much better calculated, clear-cut decisions. So we've had all of this on top of us. Now it gets to 8 p.m. at night. What do most people do when it's 8 p.m. at night? They will either lie on their back and scroll on their phone, and doom scroll for hours. They will either eat some like nice food, sugary food, or if you're a young lad, you're probably going to go out on like a date or something. More than likely that's what people do when it gets to 8 p.m. at night, when decision fatigue is high, when discipline is going to be very, very low. Now, why is this an issue? This is an issue because this is where you'll sabotage your progress. This is where, like, all the days worth of progress you've made, all of the weeks worth of progress you've made are going to get undone. Never in the history of me coaching members inside the Gorilla Platoon have people said, at 7 a.m. in the morning, I woke up and I ate cake. It just doesn't happen. However, out at a social event late at night, when you are fatigued and decision fatigue is low, more than likely that's when you will cheat on your diet. More than likely that's when you won't do your steps, you'll just scroll your phone. Now, the reason I make this point is we need to flip the script of discipline. We need to actually be aware that 8 p.m. at night is when discipline starts. Because now if we can think with that mindset, we're not going to get caught out at this time. Rather than scrolling our phone when we're a bit tired, where's the phone? It's in another room. What are we doing instead? We might be reading. Just nothing too strenuous, but just a little bit of education or just a little bit of like new concepts to look at, to broaden and depthen our brain. Because if we can do that, you're going to be a more capable man to go and do better things. Or you might just be out walking, thinking about things that need doing, or just, really clearing your brain of anything. Or you might be out there walking with some headphones in and just like a bit of tunes on and visualizing of where you want the future to go and how you want life to start to become. Or you might just be sat there meditating. Maybe you've had like a long day and like you've made a lot of decision fatigue and you find yourself chasing a bit of dopamine. Just reset that. Sit, meditate, and reset that. Now, you're not going to be perfect at this, because I tell you now, it's hard enough to be disciplined all day, every day. It's going to be even harder to be disciplined at 8 p.m. every night. Of course it is. You're going to have days where you fall off. But the way to look at this is more in the sense of how many days of 7 did I do the 8, we'll call this the 8 p.m. discipline. How many days of 7 did I do that? And the 8 p.m. discipline could be you went for a 30-minute walk, you read for 30 minutes, and you meditated for 15, and then you got in bed. Because let's say it's 8 p.m., that would take you here to 9, 9:30, 9:20 really, and you're in bed for 9:30. Ready to get up at 6 the next day, 8.5 hours, good to go. You're falling asleep by the time you hit 10. So really, that's the tick boxes we're after. Steps, walk, reading, and meditating, and then you're in bed, or whatever you like to do in the evening. I'm not going to really pigeonhole you to do this. You might want to watch a video like this if you find this educational, but you're not watching dopamine style content with fast edits and stuff, or you're not watching a Netflix series. First time in a long time on a Friday, actually, I watched a series on Netflix at someone's house. Honestly, it was like crack. It was a 6-part series about a murder documentary. Like crack. Literally, I wanted to watch the next, and because I don't watch Netflix, it was really engaging. So I can understand why you don't want to be watching stuff like that close to bedtime, because it's very hard to turn it off. Really, you want to start to really bring down any form of dopamine towards 8 p.m. so that you can do the disciplines. Now, what's the benefits of us doing this? Well, if we can be disciplined at 8 p.m. at night, we are going to really fast track our progress, because you're not going to reset any progress you made during the day, but actually you're going to do just a few little things that are beneficial but aren't too strenuous, stacked on top of your day. It's going to set you up in a much better light. Now, what I would say is, you should do this for the Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. at night. I would say 8 p.m. on a Saturday and Sunday. It's okay to be around friends, maybe even stay up a little bit later. Obviously, if you're on diet plan, you still reduce your diet, you're not drinking alcohol. But maybe you do watch a series on a weekend, and that's okay, because you can't run like this forever. I don't expect you to be disciplined at 8 p.m. every night forever. It's just impossible, right? But for Monday to Friday, in fact, no, I would actually say Sunday to Friday, that wants to be locked on, and you're rigid and you're not doing anything that's going to, lap your judgment. The reason we need to think about this concept and really map it out is, by 8 p.m. you're tired. By 8 p.m. you're not thinking straight. You're just thinking passively. And most people passively is pretty destructive. You're going to do whatever's easiest. You're going to scroll your phone. You're going to find dopamine. That's normally what people are doing at 8 p.m. at night in whatever way, shape, or form. You're either out on a date, eating some food, or scrolling your phone, or people are wanking their back out. That's normally what people are doing at that time. So if we can have a plan in place for this, you're going to be okay. You're not going to undo all the progress. So really, the real killers amongst you are those that will take this concept seriously, and you will think, at 8 p.m. at night, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, and I'm going to train myself Monday to Friday, Monday to Sunday, not to do any of these things. That's how you're really going to propel yourself forward in life. Because we know we're going to be disciplined first thing in the morning. We're fresh. We're good to go. We're hungry for the day. It's at 8 p.m. at night when our barriers are down. We're tired. We've achieved a lot. That's when you're going to fall into vices. That's when you're going to do bad things. That's when you're going to do things that you aren't proud of and you didn't really want to do. And that's the reason I make this video. You can say, oh, is it really that deep? It's not about whether it's that deep. It's whether it's that deep to you. It's whether you think this is a problem. You look at yourself and you go, I wish I didn't scroll my phone so much. I wish I didn't eat this food at this time at night. I wish I didn't watch that video at this time at night. That's what I want you to get a grip of. I want you to be in control. That's more about what this is about. It's being in control of yourself at all times in the day. And the reason we want to make this 8 p.m. Discipline starts at 8 p.m. analogy is so that you can still have discipline, because that's the one time in the day I believe a lot of you would not have discipline. So that's a concept I wanted to leave you with today. Think about what you would normally do at 8 p.m. at night, set 3 things in, and start to stack the wins towards it, and you will just continue your growth, propelling it forward. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you tomorrow.